I have no business filming a podcast. Okay? I'm aware of that. Just like I had no business starting a YouTube, but here we are. But I have a lot to say all the time. So let's get into it. I hope that this podcast helps somebody. My podcast will be uploaded every week in my Baddie app, but I wanted you to be part of the first one. I want to talk about lots of stuff today. But before I get into it, Rim. Yeah. Okay. I needed to get that out of the way. Where do I even begin with what I want to talk about today? I'm not going to make this too long, okay? It's going to be like your wedding night. Nice and easy, short, fast. See what I'm saying? I have no business having a podcast. But I want to talk about our expectations of other people. Nobody owes us anything. Guys, let me tell you right now, when you figure out that nobody owes you anything, you are really going to change your perspective on life. And here's what I mean by that. So I am somebody who feels everything very deeply. I get my feelings easily hurt. And sometimes I break my own heart with expectations I put on other people. I'm putting those expectations on them, right? It's not their fault that I expect more from them. I realized something the other day. I asked God to remove anybody from my life that didn't belong here. Anybody who didn't have good intentions, anybody who didn't have a pure heart for me. I said, God, please remove them or reveal them to me so I can remove myself. And that is something that I learned from my good friend Jessica Flynn. She said to me, I asked God to remove everybody from my life that doesn't belong here, and he did. And he left me with just the purest friends. And I said, stop, Jessica. Stop it. But I stick by what she said because it's very true. Let me explain a little bit further. I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and I love everybody way too much. I always get my feelings hurt and my heart broken, but it's my own fault for the expectations I set. Nobody owes me anything. Nobody owes me loyalty. Nobody owes me support in any way, shape, or form. I put those expectations on them, myself. And that's where I get my heart broken. So let me give you an example. Recently, I was a little sad for the lack of support I felt like I was receiving from a group of people that I felt like I had really gone out of my way to support in all of their endeavors. And then when it was my turn to release my glitter, crickets. And that really hurt my feelings, right? And one night I stayed up and I was thinking about it and I said, wait a minute. I'm over here with my feelings hurt that they've been ignoring me and actively not, engaging with me or saying anything about my glitter business. But that's exactly what I asked God to do. I said, God, please remove anybody from my life that doesn't have pure intentions for me. And that's what he did, right? Would you rather have someone engaging with you and commenting on your stuff when their intentions are not good and they're probably rubbing that bad energy on you? Would you rather have that and have like this false friendship? Or would you rather them just remove themselves and not engage with you? Because silence is loud. And then I thought to myself, gosh, I'm setting super unrealistic expectations for my own dang self because here I am asking God to remove anybody from my life that doesn't have pure intentions for me and doesn't love me and doesn't want good things to happen in my life. But also, here I am overthinking and getting my feelings hurt by people who are doing just that, removing themselves from my life. And then I had this epiphany. Stop mourning people that stop talking to you or engaging with you or being your friend because they're doing you a favor. They're removing themselves without you having to have some sort of falling out or with you having to find out later on that they hated you or whatever the case may be. You have to change the way you look at people who remove themselves from your life. A lot of times it hurts our self-esteem and we're like, why don't these people like me? Why doesn't this person talk to me? Why does this person talk to everyone else but me? Like, I've been super nice. Do not look at it that way anymore. When I realized that, I was like, this is great. God is doing exactly what he said he would do for me, and he is removing people from my life that don't have good intentions. And I have to learn to accept that and embrace it and stop hurting my own feelings thinking, well, maybe they're leaving me because I'm too much, or maybe I'm not as good of a person as I thought. No. They're leaving because God is protecting me. That's why they're no longer engaging, because God doesn't want me to have those false friendships. Guys, when I understood that, I changed my perspective completely about the people who have walked in and out of my life. They weren't meant to stay for a long time. And I would so much rather know who doesn't, F with me than to be surrounded by people who smile in my face and talk behind my back. Really think about it that way. Nobody owes me anything. Nobody owes me loyalty. Nobody owes me to congratulate me on anything that I'm doing in my life. No one even has to say hello to me. They do not owe me that. I'm putting those expectations on them. I don't know if this is going to resonate with you or if this is going to make sense to you, but I just really want you to understand that epiphany, what it did for me. And from now on, when you notice somebody start to disconnect from you, when you notice them slowly backing out, don't be sad. Don't be sad that that person is ignoring you. Don't be sad that that person's not checking on you or engaging with you. Because that would be a false friendship, a false relationship, and you deserve so much better. Actually, we should appreciate the people that are openly showing you they want nothing to do with you. You should be appreciative. That is them being real. That's them being 100% real. Boy, I wish I would have understood this a long time ago. I wish I would have understood this a long time ago. When people start to bow out, let them. Let them. Because they don't like you, and that's okay. The world has so many people. Why would you want to be around people who don't like you? This goes for anything. Family members, coworkers, friends that you've known your whole life, but you've noticed a change. People grow up and they change, and that's okay. Allow people to leave if that is what they want. Do not guilt people. Do not chase people, because that's like asking someone to stay and pretend that they like you when they don't. Let them go. Let them go. And learn to let them be without holding any resentment towards them. Because naturally, there's people that we, meet in life and we don't like. We don't wish them any ill will. There's just people that we just can never engage with because for whatever reason, we're not compatible as friends, as lovers, whatever you want it to be. But there are a lot of people in my life who have hurt me, and I have told myself, if they didn't like me, why didn't they just leave me alone? Why did they have to hurt me? Why didn't they just go? And now I'm like, wait a minute. These people are slowly removing themselves from your life. Let them go. Don't be in a situation one day in the future where you're like, if they didn't like me, why didn't they just leave? Why'd they have to hurt me? Guys, let people go. If you notice that there is somebody who's leaving your life slowly, or they're slowly removing themselves, whatever the case may be, let them freaking go. They're doing you a favor and they're being honest with you by letting you know, I don't really want to fuck with you. And that's okay. Life is too short for false friendships, false lovers, false anything. Learn to be at peace with yourself. Anyway, I think that all the situations that have happened to me have brought me to appreciate the people who are actually willing to openly be like, girl, I just don't like you. Okay, cool. That's okay. I want to keep this first episode short because it's my first one, and Lord knows I could talk for hours. But I just want to give you a little glimpse. My podcast is always going to have different topics. You never know what you're going to get. It's not going to be on a public platform. I don't feel at this moment that I want it to be on iTunes or any of that stuff. So I'm going to keep it private for my BIP app, just to share my thoughts every day, or every week, and maybe put a little perspective out there. And of course, I'll share clips here and there with you guys. But at the moment, I think I don't want to be so public with my podcast. But I really wanted to share this first one with you guys, and I hope that you enjoy it. Please let me know in the comments if anything I said at all today resonated with you. But if people are transitioning their way out, let them, guys. They're doing you a favor. They're doing you a big favor because they are removing themselves because they know they can't be good to you. Their intentions are not pure. Let them go, because that's going to make room for people who are going to be ready to love you. And I mean this on all the levels: family, friendship, coworkers, whatever. Let people go. They don't want to be there. Don't try to hold them back. Let them go so there can be room for people who are actually going to come in and love you. Okay? My loves, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I suffered severe migraines this week, so that's why I couldn't film a tutorial making a cup or anything like this. So I hope that my podcast episode was okay with you. Mwah! Besitos. Until next Saturday.